this really happening?
It took us long enough.
Welcome to the Third Win channel. It's preview and predictions time. In this video, we will be previewing the upcoming season 3 episode of iCarly titled I Make New Memories. I'm going to go over all the juicy facts about this episode, and then I'm going to make some predictions about what I think is going to go down. Let's start with a synopsis for the episode. While Miss Benson prepares for her big day, Carly and Freddie take a walk down memory lane. Committed to rebuilding their friendship, Carly and Freddie team to recreate some of their favorite memories after all of Carly's photos and videos are erased from her phone. First of all, very exciting. It looks like we got two plots going on at once. As usual, I want to start with what I assume will be the subplot, Marissa's wedding preparations. We have some release pictures for the episode, and here we see an image of what looks like a wedding dress, and it looks like Harper is styling it. Here is another picture, and you can see this says naughty girl on the dress as well. In this revival, we've been getting a more adult perspective on Marissa, and perhaps this episode we get to see more of that side. Here we also have an image of Harper seemingly admiring her work. Going to be fun to see Harper and Marissa have an episode together. This picture of Millicent also leads me to believe that she'll be banding up with them too, so it should be sweet. Now, let's get to the really juicy part of this episode, the main plot and our overarching theme for this season, Freddie. It seems like we pick up right where we left off with Carly and Freddie last episode. They want to work on their friendship, or more accurately, Freddie does. As we learned in our synopsis, Carly loses some precious images on her phone from the old iCarly days, which must be heartbreaking. So, Freddie and Carly try to recreate some of these most fond memories in this episode together. And what better way to do it than to relive their childhood? Taking a look at the trailer that we got before the season, we can figure out which parts of that trailer are from this episode now. The scene on screen now is, and it's possible that that's how Carly fries her phone. The dialogue from Carly in the trailer is definitely in this episode.
I'd say I'm good for someone who recently realized she has feelings for her best friend, but he wants to focus on her friendship, which she totally agrees is the right call.
That is something I was waiting for. Carly will finally confide with Spencer, who has been seeing the two of them grow up this whole time, as in Freddie and Carly. His input is going to be important, and I can't wait for a Shay sibling personal moment. This frame with Carly and Freddie dancing in the groovy smoothie is one of the memories they are recreating. More on that later. Let's get through this trailer. I feel that this scene here is also from this episode, as Freddie is wearing the same shirt as he is in this scene, so that's an Easter egg to the original as well, the device Carly sleeps with. And most importantly, this scene is in the episode. We see the arc from earlier, and I know this is in this episode because we have this preview picture with Freddie wearing that same suit. I personally can't wait for this, and if it's everything I think it'll be, this could be the best episode yet. We've taken a look at the pictures and videos from this episode, and we'll get back to that when we get to predictions, but before that, there are two things we know about this episode from interviews. First, the writer of the episode, Kate Stamen London, hinted towards Carly and Freddie getting back together in episode 3, so that's something. And second, that recreated groovy smoothie dance scene will be with the same song as the original, which is going to be so nostalgic. I don't know, I already feel like this is my favorite episode of the revival without even having seen it. So that's all the juicy info about this episode. It's time we piece it together and get excited for this episode with some predictions. First of all, our subplot should not take up much time. It seems like Freddie has a lot of ground to cover, but yes, Marissa's wedding dress will be created, and it feels like we're going to learn some new things about Marissa. For our main plot, I'll make it nice and neat. 4 predictions for this episode. First, the opening scene will have to do with Carly's phone dying, in some way related to this sculpture-like arc that Spencer is creating. In this same scene, before Freddie enters, I think we'll get a deep conversation between Spencer and Carly about Freddie, and I think Spencer might try to encourage her to go for it, as surely he's the one who helps her create this sculpture we see on screen later. Second prediction, Carly is either lucky or a genius, but what better way to get Freddie to re-fall in love with her than taking him back to when he actually was? I think the dance scene is perhaps the moment we'll see Freddie realize that he does have feelings deep inside for Carly. Third prediction, Carly will get the lost pictures back. Well, I guess this isn't hard to predict because we see the old pictures in the background. when we see the final scene. So either Spencer had the pictures, or Carly recovers them, or maybe she made it all up. And finally, and most importantly, I think Freddie and Carly will kiss in that last scene and start a new romantic relationship together. Perhaps it could all start with them looking at that picture when they were last together in a relationship in I Saved Your Life. I feel pretty confident that they'll get back together because the next episode is called I Go Public, and in the trailer we can see what looks like them going public. Now, this makes me all incredibly excited to watch this episode. I can't wait. That's I Make New Memories previewed and predicted. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you after the episode for the episode review.